More messages, more connections, more ways to be seen. But still, few feel valued, because being visible is not the same as being respected. You can be liked, followed, even praised, and still be treated like you don't matter. Because people don't value what's always available. They don't admire what's always explaining. They feel weight from what moves with intention, from those who don't need to be wanted. This isn't about being cold. It's about being undeniable. Not louder, not nicer, but clearer. There are things you can start doing, quietly, that change how people hold you in their minds. You don't need to try harder. You need to move different. These 7 practices don't make you louder. They make you felt. Part 1. Be rare, not always there. The moon doesn't show up every night, and that is why we wait for it. In a world that runs on constant presence, where everyone's always online, always reachable, always talking, there is power in becoming the opposite. Don't be always there. Be rare, not absent out of spite, but present with intention. Let your silence be an event. Let your presence be an interruption to the noise they've gotten used to. A man who is everywhere is not remembered, but the one who vanishes and returns with weight lives in their memory longer than the one who never left. So, pull back. Not to hide, but to become visible. Let them miss you. Let them wonder, because curiosity holds more power than familiarity ever will. This isn't manipulation, it's value, and value is felt when access is limited. Withdraw strategically, speak with silence, reappear with impact. Part 2. Don't be always available. Availability is not the flex they told you it was. A treasure that's always open is just a store. Your time is gold. Stop giving it like sand. Not everyone deserves your yes, and no is not a threat, it's a signal. Every time you jump to reply, you teach them that you'll be there regardless, that your boundaries bend, that your peace is for sale. But what happens when you reclaim your time? When you treat it like the sacred energy it is? You stop being a convenience and start becoming a presence. Let them wait. Let them feel that your response isn't automatic, it's deliberate. Because value rises when it's no longer instant. Say less, wait more. Let the delay build weight. You don't owe every request your availability. What you owe is your alignment. And alignment says only what serves peace gets in. Part 3. Keep some mystery. Don't show every page. Not because there's something to hide, but because there's something to honor. Mystery isn't manipulation. It's protection, of depth, of dimension. Most people overshare to prove they're real. But realness doesn't scream, it whispers. You don't need them to know everything. Let them wonder. Let them imagine. Let the space between sentences hold the most weight. What you keep back isn't a wall, it's a door. Only the right ones will open. You become valuable when you become curious. Mystery makes people lean in, and the moment they lean in, they invest. The Stoic doesn't spill. He selects, he slices, he says less, so every word left unsaid carries power. Keep something sacred and watch what happens. Part 4. Let people invest. People value what they build. And yet most want to be loved without effort. But the truth is this, effortless is forgettable. Let them help, let them contribute, let them show up. Not because you can't, but because you could and still allowed space. That's not weakness, it's strength in sharing. When they plant their energy into your world, they grow there too. That's how loyalty is built. Not through gifts, but through joint construction. Give them the chance to earn space, to earn trust, to earn you. Because when they work for it, they'll protect it. Value grows when people feel they've helped make it. Don't block the bridge, invite them to build it. Part 5. Prioritize yourself first. You cannot pour from a dry soul. You want to be valuable? Start by being whole. Prioritize your rest, your health, your thoughts, your direction. This isn't selfish. It's strategic. If your center is shaking, everything else collapses. Imagine this. You're the power source. But if the battery is dead, what do you think happens to everything you're trying to light up? Put the oxygen mask on yourself first. every time. No guilt, you matter. Even when no one is asking. Even when they call you distant. Even when they don't understand why you stopped giving without charging. Prioritize yourself, because no one else will do it for you. And when you do, they'll feel the shift, because a grounded man becomes immovable. Part 6. Don't make others the center of your life. They can walk beside you, but they should never become your center, because the moment someone becomes your axis, your gravity bends. Your world starts spinning around them, and not you. You wait for their reply. You read between their silences. You breathe based on how they treat you that day. And that's not connection. That's a collapse of self. The Stoic doesn't orbit. He stands. He doesn't build his life around others. He lets them enter a life that's already whole. People are not meant to complete you. They are meant to complement what you've already built. If you hand someone your piece, they won't always know how to carry it. If you let someone decide your worth, you will always feel like a gamble, waiting for a verdict. So the Stoic builds within. He becomes his own constant. He becomes the center that cannot be moved by someone else's weather. And that's not detachment, that's mastery. Love deeply, care honestly, but don't let anyone be the only reason you feel like you're enough. They can walk beside you, but your center, that belongs to you. Because when they leave, and they will, what stays is what you chose to never give away. Part 7. Let others initiate. You don't need to always be the one who starts the fire. Sometimes you step back just to see who even noticed the silence. Because when you're always the one calling, always reaching, always checking in, you blur the line between value and availability. The Stoic knows connection is not proven by chasing, it's proven by reciprocation. You shouldn't have to remind people that you exist in their life. They should feel the gap when you stop showing up for free. Let them reach, let them wonder, let them miss you. Because if you're always initiating, you're not building connection, you're maintaining illusion. When you pause, you learn a lot. You see who mirrors your energy, who steps forward, who stays. The Stoic doesn't demand, he observes. And if the silence stretches too long, he doesn't fill it. He respects it. Because attention earned is always louder than attention begged for. So stop reminding them to choose you. Give them the space to choose on their own. And when they don't, you walk without a word. Because presence is a gift, and you don't chase what you know they should be grateful to receive. Outrow. Presence is a currency. Spend it wisely. You don't need to speak louder, you don't need to show more. You don't need to bend, chase, explain, or shrink. You only need to become so complete within that your presence feels like a decision, not a default. Because value isn't declared, it's felt. In your pauses, in your distance, in your refusal to beg for a place you were never meant to earn. The Stoic doesn't perform to be loved. He lives in a way that makes people question why they ever stopped looking for substance. This isn't about pride, it's about principle. It's about not giving your light to rooms that only want warmth, not truth, not depth, not you. So pull back, not to disappear, but to realign. Speak when it counts, move when it means something, stand still, and let the weight of your silence do what noise never could. Because presence is a currency, and when you stop spending it on the wrong people, they finally start to realize what they can't afford to lose.